Good morning, Saturday, August 15th. Welcome back to another MLB breakdown. How we doing today? Damn, man. Damn. Yo, Ham with the tier 1. Appreciate it. I mean, realistically, Buck, what are you talking about? Hold on. I need a miracle ASAP. This week has been madness, missing slips. Y'all's short-term memory. Crazy. 4 days ago, we hit a banger. 4 days ago. For you. Oh, I see. I thought you meant in general. I was like, I don't know. And the whole world cashed 4 days ago. That buys us at least a month, 2 months. That pretty much buys to the end of the season. Anyway, yesterday for such a crappy day on the reads, I mean, 4 out of 13, 30% hit rate. That's actually one of our better days. There was a 3-man. There was a 4-man right here. Murakami, Trent, and Butler. That's what I would have done. I probably wouldn't have taken Paz, even though he hit. What I should have done was Butler, Trent, and Murakami. I posted Murakami, Trent, and what did I post? I swear to God, didn't I post something like that? Let me see. I think I had a 2 out of 3 yesterday, didn't I? Dude, I round robined by 4. Yeah, Murakami, Trent, and Konine was what I had. Murakami, Trent, and Konine was what the builder gave me yesterday as the number 1 play. It should have been Murakami, Trent, and Butler. Very close. I did round robin my 6-man that I posted by 4s. 3 out of the 6 hit. If I had round robin by 3s, which is what I should have done. Why did I do 4s, man? I don't even know. I couldn't tell you why I did 4s. I couldn't even tell you why I did 4s. I did 4s. Of course, I even missed that one by 1. Sometimes my luck is so incredible that I even miss my round robins by 1. On a big slip, a big round robin. You can't make it up. But yeah, I mean, there was something here. Which is at least assuring for such a bad day. God, kind of makes me annoyed, though. It was right there. I had these 2 for sure on a slip. Trent and Murakami. Needed Lawrence. Why'd I go Konine, bro? I'm done with Konine. I usually do 3-2 if I ever do round robin, Mel. But on a 6-man, I was like, it's cheaper to do 4. I don't know. I don't know why, but I did it by 4s. And I didn't have pies on it. I had Trammell or Lyle or whoever. Mooney, Jordan, Trent. Yeah. That's the thing, though, is Konine does look good every day because he's hitting the ball as hard as hell. And he's got the home runs recently. That's the problem. He'll end up going today, probably. Which is crazy. Well, these are the hello good sirs. Munetaka Murakami. Suarez. I don't know about you. Suarez. Cashalia, Boston, first basket. There you go. He's fake hard. Yeah. No, he's real hard. He's hitting it like 108, 109. He's hitting it hard. Last Chance University. The Last Chance Lay. Taylor Trammell again, too. Taylor Trammell again, too, huh? I want to look at the trending up. I haven't looked at this list in a minute. Yo, I appreciate that, Duke. Suarez looks insane. He did yesterday as well, and the day before. But, I mean, when you got 4 home runs in the last 7 games, you're going to look pretty good probably, you know? I expect him to look pretty nice. I really do expect him to look very nice today. Okay, so these are all the guys that are trending up and hard hit. A lot of them. A lot of them. Glaber against a lefty. Piqued my interest there. Jonah Heim against a lefty also piques my interest. Corbin Barrels piques my interest there too. I think Corbin Barrels, yeah, that piques my interest. Jock Peterson, golly, against JT Ginn, that's got to be on there. Gary Sanchez against the lefty, I don't know. Gary drives me nuts. Devers, yeah, we have to throw Devers. Devers has been kind of cold, though. I'm afraid of him falling off. A lefty smoker day? Yeah, could be. Could be. Yo, Big Yanny with the 40 stream. Appreciate that. Okay. See if we got any mega meatball pitches today. Anybody that's throwing just yabos. Churio, I'm done with Churio, bro. He looks terrible. Churio, the problem with my boy Jackson is he's a microwave, bro. He's so hot and cold. He's either red hot or he's ice cold. Like, if he's ice cold, like, you're screwed. And they figured him out. Like, he can only hit a 4-seam right now. So, Gary again. I guess I got to throw Gary on there. I got the meatball pitch coming at him. Oh, the Miz is on the mound today. Bowers. Okay. Yo, Ace Boy with the prime. Appreciate that. Miz on the mound. Miz on the mound. Joey Ortiz almost went yesterday. Did he really? I thought he almost went like 2 days ago, too. Did he almost go again yesterday? I mean, look, credit given where credit is due. Joey Ortiz has been actually pretty solid the second half of the year. All things considered. He's been not bad. Obviously, he's not like a guy that I'm going to pay any attention to, but Acuna today against the lefty. Christian Walker had a walk-off last night. Lane Thomas, yeah. But Eduardo Rodriguez is tough. We'll have to look into that. Willier's just a doubles machine right now. Willier is just a doubles machine. All right, last one, then we're going to jump into it. There's Suarez again. Corbin Carroll again. Glaber Torres again. I feel like we're going to have to put Glaber on there. Mike Trout, I don't know about you, brother. $30 homers yesterday, okay. 35 today, makes sense. Do it. Let's do it. Day games, we got 5 day games. Anthony K, Troy Melton. Well, we already have 2 people from this game, Glaber Torres and Murakami. I think I liked what I did yesterday. I really do. I did a small list. I was pretty selective about it. I wasn't trying to get a guy in every single game, only the right matchups, and 4 out of 13, 31% hit. So, I think today, yeah, going to be more selective again. Troy Melton. Well, if you throw a 4-seam, Murakami is always a threat. If you throw a 4-seam, Murakami's a threat. So, righties, 4-seam slider as well. Yeah. Murakami looks absolutely insane. This is a hello, good sir. You can write them down. Hello, good sir. Murakami. 3 homers, a near homer. Just green everywhere. Green bean. Green bean. I'm not even going to waste my time with anybody else on this team. Murakami's insane. Anthony K. Righties are yeah, really, it's just mainly the righties here. Let's see. Sweeper changeup for sure. 4-seam sweeper changeup. Really 4-seam sweeper to start, though. 4-seam sweeper to start. Oops. Dang, Valencia, too. Holy cow. Wow. Wow. Yeah, Glaber looks really nice here. Glaber Torres looks really nice on that. Eduardo Valencia. No sample size. There's no sample size on him. Sorry, I'm changing the music up. Okay. Yeah, Valencia, I mean, he does have a home run and another 112-mile-an-hour hit ball, but I'm not going to do it. Valencia is not playing today? That wouldn't really make a lot of sense, but maybe. I mean, his numbers versus lefties are insane. 1,200 OPS, 3 homers. Versus righties, also 1,200 OPS, 2 homers. Don't really know why he wouldn't play. He played versus a lefty on the 13th. Played versus a lefty on the 13th. Played versus a righty on the 14th. Looks like he's kind of getting slotted in as an everyday guy. Catcher and day game. Yeah, we'll see. I'm not going to take him either way. He doesn't have enough sample size for me, so. But, like, his log is actually really nice. It's actually really nice. This is crazy. How does this only generate 1 home run? 7 barrels, only 1 homer? Doesn't make sense. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I do like Glaber, and yeah, I mean, if you want to go Valencia, it could be a decent long shot. Murakami's crazy. Yeah, I know Vargas has homers in a bunch of games in a row, but once again, I said at the beginning of the stream I'm being selective. He looks okay. Murakami looks insane. Y'all can do what you want. I'm being selective though. I don't want 3 or 4 guys from a team. You know what I mean? I want to take my favorite reads, and that's it. So, Michael McGreevy versus Matt Boyd. 3 strikeouts, 5. Okay, what are we working with here? Do you have a 4.5 line? No. I wouldn't do it anyway. 17 homers, 9 homers. Okay. I mean, McGreevy, a right hand. Yeah, okay. Getting hit on a 4-seam. I already can tell you who. Yeah. I can already tell you who's going to go crazy here, but Matthew Boyd only has given up homers to righties on 4-seams and changeups. So lefties, not really even worth looking at. 4-seam changeup from the righties. I mean, Jay Walker doesn't look too bad. His odds aren't great, but yeah, rookies. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot they called him up. Baez. DraftKings been on point with who they list once he's not available. I mean, yeah, that's the risk you run. You look at the read. That's why I wouldn't lock him in until the lineups are out. But He's a small sample size guy. Those guys are not everyday players. Like he might not play. He might play. If he plays, he looks all right. If he doesn't play, like you don't lock him in until you know. I mean, it's already 10 o'clock. The game's at 1. I mean, lineups should be out in the next 30 minutes to an hour anyway. Yeah, Jordan Walker, I mean, this is very nice. He was really good post or pre All-Star break. Post All-Star break, though, what is going on? What in the hell is going on with Jordan Walker? It's pretty crazy. Cubs going to run on Herrera. Herrera's got some good hard hit. His launch angles aren't really there, though. Yeah, not a great weather game. Yeah, I mean, I guess Jordan Walker, but I'm not going to do it. It's not really good enough for me. Three for 6 with a home run. He does have good history. 3 out of 6 do. Yeah, his launch angles have been so tough. You could. If you take Jordan Walker, I could see it, but I'm not going to do it. McGreevy, 4-seam cutter curveball. 4-seam cutter curveball. Yeah, his HR per 9 versus lefties has been way up there. Righties, not so much. I mean, sweeper 4-seam, I guess, to the righties. Wow, Ian Happ. And Miguel Amaya. I mean, PCA is not all that interesting. Bregman looks pretty good here, too. Damn. I mean, over a larger sample size, PCA is the best. But over a smaller sample size, Ian Happ is the best. Or Bregman. Bregman just so... Bregman... So I'm talking about when I say fake hard. Bregman is fake hard. Bregman is fake hard. Look at this. Max EV, 100 miles an hour. That's it. Last 20, it's 101. He really doesn't hit the ball that hard. Like, that's not a home run. This 98 mile an hour ball, 96, these are not home runs most of the time. They're just not. I can validate it for you if you want me to, but 98 miles an hour going 394 is unheard of. 96 going 397, unheard of. This is just a juiced ball. They got the good balls that game. Yeah, you can call him fake hard after a 3-homer game, bro. This is, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it just because I really want to. I'm going to do it. We're going to look at this. We're going to look at this real quick because this is bullshit. This is just absolute bullshit. Let's see. 96 miles an hour, 30-degree launch angle. No, 96.29. Dude, that's what I'm talking about. 96 mile an hour exit velocity, 29-degree launch angle, only a 13% home run rate. Batting average expected is only 285. Like, that was a juice ball. No doubt about it. The other one was 98 and 30. 98, 30. I do it this way. 98, 30. 28% home run rate. Yeah. Beneficiary of a very, very generous ball that game. 13% home run rate. It went 397. Unheard of. That's fake hard. Brother got lucky. Ian Happ, though. Don't mind Ian Happ. He is 5 for 9 versus his pitcher. No home run. I'm going to put Ian Happ on there. He's got the zone master tag, too. He's got some really good zones. Spray chart, a lot of pull. I'm good with Ian Happ today. I like that. PCA? Meh. I don't... Go last 20. It looks a lot better. Don't mind PCA. 1 for 9. Probably going to stay away. I think I'm just going to go Happ here. Amaya. I don't mind this, too. Good launch angles. Really good launch angles. He didn't have a line, though, so maybe not. Yeah, I guess it's just Hap for me. Bregman or PCA, if you guys want to do them, go for it. Y'all can go for Bregman or PCA. Definitely. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But Schlittler versus... Ooh, and Simeon Woods Richards. Damn. That is a good matchup. Schlittler, 6.5K is probably not doing it there. A little high. He did have 11 his last. But this is, once again, Peyton Toll 2.0. Peyton Toll 2.0. And I think actually Peyton Toll, that game, wasn't it against the Blue Jays too? They don't strike out. They do not strike out. So Peyton Toll, or Cam Schlittler, 6.5 is a little too high of a line. I know he's cooking, though. He's cooking 11-8, 12-8. A lot of really good games here. But his innings are also pretty sketchy. 7-3, 6-7, 4, 4. That's not a play I'd really want to be on. Not a play I really want to be on against this team. If it was 5.5, I would do it. If his line was 5.5, I would do it. Acting like Miz can't get took yard is crazy. Miz only gets taken yard on balls that are thrown under 100 miles an hour, by the way. As long as he throws it over 100 miles an hour, there's almost, I think there's 0 home runs on balls. Maybe there's 1 home run on a ball over 100 miles an hour this year. Every other home run he's given up was on a ball under 100 miles an hour. Which, he only throws balls under 100 miles an hour 33% of the time, 34%, 32%, something like that. 36%, somewhere in that range. It's in the 30%. 60% of his pitches are 100 miles an hour above. So you basically have a 30% chance you get a pitch that's hittable from Toll was not versus the Athletics. The game I'm talking about, you might not have been here, was this one right here. 4Ks, 8 innings pitched against the Blue Jays. This is the one that people were asking about taking to strikeouts. I said it felt like a trap. It was 5.5 line. He was fresh off a 14 strikeout game. People probably thought that was really low. It's the same read we just saw with Schlittler. This is what I'm talking about. He only had 4 Ks, 1 under. No, I'm talking about the trap lines here. This feels like a very similar read to that. It's against the same team. Braden Fisher, I don't really care about you. What I do care about, Woods Richardson, because he is definitely someone that you can hit homers off of. Not great. Four seems, all of them, really. His 4 seems pretty good. Splitter slider. Yeah, Jazz looks solid. Someone said Jazz earlier, but I'm kind of done with Jazz. He is 2 for 4. I'm kind of done with Jazz, and it's an opener, so yeah. Not particularly inclined to take anybody in this game, or in this, well, probably in this game, but definitely in this Yankees lineup with an opener. Curveball slider. Curveball 4 seam. Against the opener, Jazz also looks good. So, I mean, shit, maybe Jazz is all right. He looks good against both. He does look good against both. But Schlittler, what's he been doing? 14 and 25. Okay. Last 3, though, lefties have been getting after him. 4-seam cutter. 4-seam curveball and the cutter. Wow. Righties, no home runs in the last 3, no home runs in the last 5.8. Yeah, righties are not doing anything on him. Jesus Sanchez. Jesus Sanchez here. 3 for 8. I don't mind Jesus. Plus 550, though. My God, he's been brutal. 500 OPS his last 7 games. Golly, 1 homer in his last 15. Yikes. You like Jazz today, but gave PCA a tough time? Come on, Rude. Hustle. Take the name. Hustle. If you cannot be serious. If we took just the data, got rid of the names, and I showed you this is player A's number and these are player B's numbers, 100% you would choose player B, which would be Jazz Chisholm, just based on the numbers. You throw the name back on there, well, now you're like, oh, PCA. Yeah, I mean, I don't look at the names. I do not look at the names. I don't care about the names. You can't argue with what Jazz looks like against these pitches. 900 ISO, all green, 3 home runs in his last 10 balls in play. 44% blast, 20% barrel rate. How are you going to argue with that? And then against the other pitch mix, still a 900 ISO, 3 homers. Get rid of that last pitch. It's 600 ISO, 2 homers. 50% hard hit. Like, he looks good. Looks good. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to go back to PCA just one more time for you. Could PCA hit a home run today? Yes, of course he could. But if we go back and we look at versus lefties, 4-seam cutter curveball, same exact data point. PCA, 400 ISO, 30% hard hit only 1 home run. Like if you take away the name, cover this up, and compare that to the line item for Jazz, which one would you say looks better? Obviously Jazz. But yeah, Pete could go. I'm not going to take him though. I'm just not interested in taking him today. What's Ben Rice been doing? Nothing. A whole lot of nothing. Like, I saw something yesterday, actually. Ben Rice is the biggest fall off since the All-Star break out of any player. He's had the worst second half out of any player in the MLB. Statistically, based on WRC+. So yeah, Jesus Sanchez if you want. I'm not doing it. I don't really take Blue Jays, to be honest. I just don't. Luis Garcia, how has he been? Not great either. I mean, he started out hot, but last few games haven't been good for him. Have not been good. Logan Webb, ground ball pitcher, 53% ground ball rate. 0-0-0-0. That's not what we're talking about. His strikeout line is 5.5. I do like that actually, though. 2, 8, 4, 4, 5. I do like him for strikeouts today. Against Colorado, it's a bit tough. He's not a big strikeout guy in general on the year. 2%, 3% lower than league average strikeout rate. So he's not a big strikeout guy. But he does have a good peak here. He can go up to 8 Ks. That is his last 10 starts. He has hit 8 Ks once. Against Colorado last time out, though, he only went 3 innings, 11 hits. That was at Colorado, though, so you could kind of throw that out the window a little bit. It's very hard to pitch in Colorado. With the elevation, the ball doesn't spin the same. Like, it's very, very hard to pitch there. A lot of pitchers talk about it. You go look at a lot of the Rockies players, their home and away splits are insanely different because they're way worse at home. It's hard to pitch in Colorado. So only 2 Ks, 11 hits aren't, he got smoked. But this game's at home now. If we look at his home splits, what's he been doing at home? 589 OPS only. Yeah, it's pretty good. 51 strikeouts in 73 innings. Not bad. 2 homers allowed only. Yeah. Cooks at home. So yeah, probably not going to target him. I do like him for strikeouts. Lorenzen, lefties are really getting after him. Change-up sinker. Interesting. Change-up sinker. Cutter also does get hit pretty good. Is he still throwing it? No, he kind of got rid of the cutter, huh? Yeah, he didn't throw the cutter. Change-up sinker is his 2 main that he gets. Yeah. A lot of fly balls on the 4-seam, though. No home runs. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Change-up sinker. Ooh. Wow. Not particularly great. Devers, Eldridge, Adames. Nothing really crazy. A lot of y'all are saying Eldridge. Pretty bad. Throw a four seam in there, yeah. Looks a lot better for Eldridge. He needs that four seam. That's his pitch. He loves a four seam. Yeah, 3.7 runs above average on his four seam, hitting it. Yeah, that's his pitch. Doesn't throw it that much. It's really change up sinker. Eldridge is decent on a sinker. Yeah, you could go Eldridge today. I think you could. He's not good on a changeup. He is good on a sinker. Eh. In the quest of being a little picky, I don't think I'm gonna take anybody. What's Devers been up to? Got some good hard hit here from Devers at least. But 111, just no launch angle. Yeah. In the quest of being a little stingy, don't love it. What's considered pitchers outs? Do you ever play them? No, I don't play them. That's like a prize picks thing. That's a prize picks line, but that's how many outs they get in the game. So like basically how many innings they pitch. You go to the first game. No direct deposits, brother. This is a show. I'm not going to pause the stream for 247 people to go back to one game for one person, because then if I do that for you, in 20 minutes somebody comes in, can you go back to this game? No. I'm just going through the games one by one. If you missed it, there will be a replay. You can go back and check it out, but I mean, listen, if I tune into the Dodgers Brewers tonight, I don't think I could call them up and be like, hey, could you guys start the game over real quick? I just tuned in. It's the third inning. You know what I mean? Sorry, I can't do that. Can't do it. This is the last day game of the day here. Nats, Mets. What do we got here? Nats actually look kind of nice. Brad Lord, Sean Manaea. Sean Manaea's been a strikeout wizard lately, though. Yeah, Manaea, 5.5. Yeah, that's a good line. Manaea 5.5 is nice. 11-7. He's been cooking. Let's look at the Nats versus lefties real quick. Nats versus left-handed pitchers in their last 10. Let's just go there. Strikeouts, 9.75. Ooh, yeah, that's a lot. Sean Manaea K's could be nice. Nats do have an opener. I don't know who the hell this guy. Who the hell is this guy? Who the hell is Will Dion? 4 homers? Who the hell is this guy? 3 point. Okay. Whoa. This is not good. You got Brad Lord, who's going to pitch, what? 1, maybe 2 innings? Then you got this next guy that throws 2, maybe 3 innings. So now you're in the 5th inning, but you've really only seen the opener once, and you've seen the other guy once. Not good. Stay far away from the Mets today. They probably go crazy. Like, this guy has a 1.568 sharp per 9, but you are betting on literally one at bat versus a pitcher. One at bat. And then from there, after Will Dion comes in, they got 4 more innings to get through. You probably see who? Maybe a Trevor Williams comes in for a little bit of a stint. Yvonne Cruz could come in. Yeah. Depending on how the game's going, Rebalta, like, you don't know. Any of these guys could come in. But they're throwing 2 bullpen arms back to back here. Yeah, Lord will go maybe 3. Yeah, you're going to get 3 and 3. So maybe 2 at-bats per guy. Righty into a lefty. So anybody you like against right-handed pitchers here, after their first at-bat, now you got to flip them to a lefty. Stay away. I'm going to stay away. You do what you want. 4-seam sinker cutter to the lefties. Four-seam sinker to the righties. Well, Dylan Cruz looks pretty nice. 5 homers versus lefties. Recent form, meh. Been kind of brutal. Let's add some of these other pitches on here real quick. Let's throw the sweeper on there. Dame Asher, too. Yeah, he's 0 for 7 versus Manea. Brady House, 3 for 4 with a homer. Yeah, Brady House is all right. But he's in the 400s. And I think yeah, it's all right. Not bad. Andrew Pickney, only 4 balls in play, huh? He's got a really good 4 balls in play, but only 4 balls in play. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind Brady House or Cruz today. I really don't, but Manea giving it up. 1-0, 1-0. Not really. Not really. And I like him a lot for strikeouts. What are the K rates here? Last 10 K rate. Oh my God. And they strike out a ton versus lefties. Yeah. Not ideal. Not ideal. I think it's a skip. They strike out a ton. If you want to go Cruz or Brady House, more power to you. More power to you. Jacob Young, do what you want. Does he even have any home runs on the year? Like what, 2? 10, okay. He's got more than I thought. 3 against lefties. Can't remember the last time I saw. Oh, he did hit one a couple days ago. Yeah, I can't remember the last time he hit a homer. That's it. Pretty sparse outside of that one. Saharan Desert out here. Let's see what his average ball in play between homers is. Median gap, 22 balls in play, so he's only halfway there. Interesting. Orioles Rays. Now we're into the night slate here. Ian Seymour, I like it. Kyle Bradish, ground ball pitcher. Okay. Bradish, 4.5 strikeouts. Not terrible. It's a very tough matchup, though. Probably wouldn't do it. Ian Seymour, 6.5. Ooh, it's a good line. That's a very sharp line. If it was 5.5, you could do it. 6.5, I don't know. It's a good matchup, too. It's a very good matchup. But 6.5, that's just a little bit of a sharp line. Damn. Change up 4-seam to the righties. Lefties, 4-seam, sweeper, huh? Yeah, 4-seam sweeper. Now, this is interesting. Damn. Okay, you got options. Holy cow, you got options. Oh, no. Well, we go by exit velocity. Pete's number 1 there. You go by ISO. Strand is very good there. Go by everything. Kobe Mayo's the best all around, probably. Well, him or Pete. Swole Neal's got the most homers and the second best ISO. Shit. If you go by price, Pete's actually not that good for price. No gunner? I don't know. You know me, Mel. I try to avoid lefty on lefty. Unless they have reverse splits, which Gunner does not. I mean, his home run rate's still pretty steady, though, but it's just low either way. 3.6, 3.7. Pretty low home run rate. Go to a guy like O'Neill. What's his home run rate versus lefties? 7.2. That's double. 7.2% home run rate. Go to Kobe Mayo. 10.3% home run rate. 10% of his at-bats versus lefties are homer. You know, Gunner's is 3%. Go back to Pete. Pete's is probably lower because he's a lot more playing time. Let's see. 3.9%. That's like Gunner level. So Strand is probably insane. Small sample size, but his is probably nuts. 11%. Yeah, like Jesus. Yeah, I'm between. I mean, yeah, you could take Pete. I guess you could go Gunner. I'm not gonna do it. I'm thinking about Pete, but O'Neill, Mayo, and Strand is really where I'm at right now. Strand just smokes the ball. He's got 4 barrels in a row on this pitch mix. Does he get? Does he get subbed out? I don't know what's going on here. 2, 2, 3, 3, 1, 1, 1. Yeah. If we look at who has a better chance to get pinched, is it O'Neill? So he has hit against righties. Kobe? Yeah, he hits against righties too. I think you could be all right. Depends on the score of the game, though. It's going to depend on the score of the game. Yeah, Strand isn't very good against righties at all. So I'm between O'Neill and Mayo. O'Neill and Mayo, I guess, or Pete. Pete, your benefit for Pete is you do get some bullpen. Like I feel stronger about Pete if the bullpen comes in. But I'm gonna throw Swole Neal on there. I like that ISO. I like the 2 homers. Let's just throw all the pitches on here real quick. God, they're almost even. They're identical. Throw both on there. And then Bradish is a ground ball pitcher, 48% ground ball rate. The only person I would consider would be Junior, slider, curveball. Yeah, Junior looks pretty good on slider, curveball. Launch angle's a little tough, but ground ball pitcher, being picky, I'm probably going to stay away from that. But if you want to blind take Junior, go for it. I know a lot of you guys take Junior every day anyway, so yeah. Yeah, I'll take Junior anyway. You don't need me to tell you that. Miami versus Cincinnati. Ryan Gusto, Brady Singer. This one should be somewhat okay. Brady Singer, I think he's back to being hit hard. Nah, I mean, I don't know what's going on, man. He kind of figured it out. Did he stop throwing a certain pitch? Not really. The slider. He got rid of the slider. Sinker. He's going heavy sinker sweeper now. Okay. He's heavy sinker sweeper now. Yeah. How many days in a row is Conine going to look good, man? Joe Mack, I would actually say no on Joe Mack because Joe Mack is a 4-seam merchant. When there's a 4-seam fastball involved, Joe Mack is outstanding. When there's not, kind of not. See right here. Negative, 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 plus 2 runs above outstanding, elite. He only has 1 pitch that he's got plus run value on. It's a 4-seam. Exactly what I was saying. Without there being a 4-seam, a little tough. Conine, he's good against a sinker, cutter, 4-seam. Slider, sweeper, not really. Slider is really bad on. He probably gets spammed a slider today, realistically. Although recently he's actually been doing all right. He's been handling it not too bad. Like, look at this log. What did he do yesterday? 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Strikeout. Okay, so those were a little bit of strikeout issues. Did he get pinched this game again? No, he had 3 walks. 2 for 2 with a home run and 3 walks. Damn. He's 2 for 2 with a homer against Singer, too. I got to run him back. I have to. I have to. I don't mind Harry. Harry's not bad, but Conine looks really good data-wise. 2 for 2 with a home run. And that recent form is cracked. Missed the last 2 days, but not bad. Short-term memory. Short-term memory. Forget about the recency. Gusto. Actually, let's see Brady Singer K's. 4.5 maybe? Nah, it's 5.5. Gusto. 4.5 line. It's okay. He's got a good matchup. Giving it up to righties, though. Oh, my. Four seam and sweeper and the slider. Yo. That's a hello, godly sir. What? Brother, what? Suarez, 1,500 ISO. 4 homers, 1 year. 50% of his balls in play have been either a home run or almost a home run. Oh my God. Sal Stewart looks really good too, but like Suarez dwarfs him. Even Stevenson looks really good. Oh my God. What is that? That's the read of the year. I've literally never seen a better stat log than that. There's never been a stat log better than this in the history of pitch mix. 20 balls in play, even extended out to 20. 6 home runs, 3 home. Still almost a 50% home run or near home run rate. 1,100 ISO. There's never been a better read, StatCast wise, than Suarez. That's crazy. Lefties are hitting 4-seam curveball. 4-seam curveball slider, I guess. Bleday. Ellie looks solid, I guess. I like Stevenson too. I do like Stevenson too. But Bleday. Why is Bleday so low? Why is he plus 250? 1 for 2 with a homer? I don't know. Yeah, Sal's fine. Stevenson. Pretty good for Stevenson, too. Yeah, I'm going to go Stevenson and Suarez. I don't understand Bleday's line whatsoever. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, Suarez at 310. That's a very good line. And Stevenson in the 500s is really good. Wow. Philly, Minnesota, Luzardo versus Prelip. Another ground ball pitcher here. Luzardo, 6.5 Ks. I like it. Luzardo over 6.5 Ks. I like it. Tougher matchup, but he goes 8, 7 innings. Yeah. A pretty solid guy for like an alt line here. Plus money. Bit high, but you can definitely do it. Yeah. I like it. Prelip. Yeah, Prelip you can get after. Righties for sure. Righties for sure get after Prelip. 4-seam slider for the righties. Lefties. Ooh. Lefty on lefty would be slider sinker, but Alec Boehm here looks decent. Alec Boehm doesn't look terrible. I'm not going to do it. Yeah, not bad. His launch angles need a little bit of work, though. Nothing really in the home run window. Home run rate versus lefties, 4.3%. Meh. Yeah. I mean, you could take Boehm if you want, but I'm not going to. And then against Luzardo, yeah, no. Not against a ground ball pitcher. And Luzardo strikeouts is something I really like. If there were to be somebody to hit a homer, it'd be a righty. You probably honestly would be looking at like Josh Bell or Royce. But nothing. Changeup is like the only thing getting hit. It's been pretty good. Four seam. Changeup. Yikes. Austin Martin. Oh, Austin Martin. It's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good for Austin Martin. 2 home runs. Yeah, I'm not doing it. I mean, though, at plus, like if you're looking for a long shot, plus 1450. Not bad. But I'm not doing it. Not doing it. But he does look pretty impressive. So if you did take Austin Martin as a long shot straight, might be something to consider. Emerson Hancock, Hayden Wesneski for the next game here. Wesneski, what have we been up to, brother? 2 homers in his last game, but he went 7 innings. Four seam sweeper cutter, sinker cutter. J-Rod, I guess. God, they are bad. What's up with the Mariners, man? What's up with the Mariners? Does anybody actually like the Mariners? What did they do yesterday? Scored a lot of runs yesterday, but 0 home runs. J-Rod's okay. Yeah, I guess J-Rod, if anybody, but Mariners don't ask, they're my home team. I mean, they're a good team, generally. They're just not a good home run team right now. Yeah, I'm not impressed. Emerson Hancock, though. Problem with the Mariners, they have a lot of good starting pitching. It's not a problem, but the thing with the Mariners, they do have a lot of good starting pitching. What's his strikeout line? Nah, he's not a strikeout guy. Are they doing that weak-ass piggyback thing tonight? I don't know. No, they don't do that anymore. What's he been giving up homers to lefties on? 4-seam and cutter? Yeah, 4-seam cutter. Does he still throw the changeup? Not really. It's really 4-seam cutter. Righties. It's been a while since he's given one up. Righties, I guess 4-seam sweeper. Yeah. Damn. 1 home run away from a hello, good sir there. Almost. Not quite. Not quite, chat, but very close. Man. He gets after it, though. He does get after it. 4-seam he loves. Loves the curveball. Cutter, sinker. Yeah. 4-seam cutter. Those are 2 of his best pitches. You can see it right there. Even in the last 20 balls in play, 700 ISO, 4 home runs, 3 near homers. God, pretty good. Pretty good. Mr. Dong, he's okay. He could heat up. He could heat up. He could heat up. But I don't really want to take Dong at plus 250. Not really. And Pena's all right. No homers, though. Only one with home runs on this mix is Trammell in the last 10. Yeah, Pena's launch angles, mid. It's all right. Pena for a hit today looks pretty solid. Hits, runs, RBIs over 1.5 for Pena. That looks pretty solid. Total bases look solid. I think I'm just going to go Trammell. All right, Vasquez Cantillo. Randy Vasquez. What do we do? Interesting. Cutter, sinker, slider. Well, I should start here. Four-seam changeup. Four-seam curveball. I mean, Tatis is all right. Yeah, Tatis doesn't look terrible here. Well, Jackson Merrill looked insane yesterday, Dave. I said I was only going to take Merrill. I said Xander would be the other guy who looks good, but I wasn't going to do it. Yeah, Tatis, well, it's not bad. I mean, he's hot, too. Look at this. Every other game. Where's my pattern people in here? Where are my pattern people in here? This is the cleanest pattern you're going to find. 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. Today would be a 0. If you're a pattern person, today would be a 0. I'm not a pattern person. I don't believe in all that. They don't have control over that. They don't think like, oh, I hit a home run yesterday. I can't do it today. You got to follow my pattern. No. I don't mind Tatis today, actually. I don't mind that. All right, let's go back to this guy. Cutter, sinker, slider. Ooh. Cutter, curveball. Nah. Angel Martinez in the last 20. 4 homers. Kind of mid. I think the only guy on... There's 2 people on Cleveland that I would take for homers. And I think it would be Joe Adell and Rhys Hoskins versus a lefty. And that's it. Nathaniel Lowe sometimes. Sometimes. I know he hit yesterday, but like this is so bad. Good, bad, bad. Good, good, bad, bad, bad. Good. Like, dude is all over the place. All over the place. Either it's a home run or he's terrible. You're not even going to like sweat that out. Yeah, I mean, if anybody, it would be him. Back-to-back, Nat Lowe, but I'm not doing it. It would be him back-to-back. I'm not doing it, though. Tatis for 2? Whoa, slow down. Let's just try and see if we can get Tatis for 1. Let's just see if we can get Tatis of 1. Let's just, that would be nice. Sonny K's over 5.5. Yep. Plus money, 5.5 for Sonny K's. I like it. I like it. Really good matchup. Last time he had a really good matchup, he went for 8. Last time he also had a really good matchup. I guess A's are a decent matchup. 7, 9, 11. These are all tough matchups. Yeah. Sonny K is over 5.5, and honestly, even over 6.5 too. There's your alt. Sonny K is over 6.5. Let's see what Pittsburgh's been doing versus righties, though. Splits, right-handed pitching, striking out 8 times a game. Yeah, it's decent. Last 10, 8, yep. Yeah, Sonny K's. I like Sonny K's. Nah, nothing for JJ. He's a meatball thrower, though. Oh, my God. Mainly four-seam slider, but a little bit of the changeup, too. We could work that in. Here's your problem. No barrels. I mean, yeah, he's got such a line drivey launch angle. 17, 19, 22, 15. If he can get it up, if he can hit it anything higher than 20 degrees, you're looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Not bad. His launch angles are terrible. Oh, they're just awful. Once again, if Jarren Duran can hit a good launch angle, it's a homer. He just can't hit a good launch angle. I guess I'll keep it with just Abreu. Pretty good price, too. 430, 440. Plus 320. That's a pretty big difference, though. MGM 450, FanDuel 320. Interesting. All right, Sonny boy. Sinker cutter. Sinker sweeper cutter. Curveball 4-seam sweeper cutter. Wow. Damn. I mean, it's pretty good. Look at that. 90% pull and 90% hard hit, 90% pull. Pretty good. That is pretty good. 7.2 on the zones. I don't think I've ever seen higher than that. I don't think I've ever seen higher than a 7.2. Today's a good day for Bandon Low. Jacob Lopez is a little bit of a long shot here. This could be a good plus 1,000 as well. If you're looking for like a plus 1,000 guy, Jacob Lopez could be a little plus 1,000. But Brandon Lowe, I'll tell you what. About as good as you're going to find here for him. That zone rating is incredibly strong. Incredibly strong. Yeah. His isolated power in this area is so good. Don't mind him. All right, Miz versus Wroblewski. Wind blowing out, too. We'd love to know where the DAZN's coming. Well, they have their own model. I have my own mind. I have my own. Here's the thing. I can almost guarantee you mine's more advanced. Mine's multi-factored. Theirs probably isn't. Let me show you. Theirs is probably just counting tiles. I don't know. I don't know for a fact, but it's my guess. But here's what mine does. Mine is a zone rating. It's looking at ISO overlap first of all, so it's going straight to ISO. It's looking directly at the isolated power overlap with where the pitchers throw. Right, so we're looking at ISO in these different tiles compared to the league average, and then we're looking at the frequency of pitches in these locations, all of them. On top of that, it's also going through and it's comparing with the family of ball, right? So four seams. Not only are we looking at, so this is just all pitches. We're also looking at like four seams, like where do tiles match here? Okay, they match there. Cutters, they match there. Curveballs, he's got some good matches here. Sweepers, nothing there, so that's negative against him. That's probably why it's not a 10. Sinker, nothing there. Changeup, a little bit, nothing there though. And then it's also going and looking at cutters, four seams, and sinkers. So like the fastball family, you have two matches there in the fastball family. Curveballs and sweepers, you have a match in that family. So it's looking at multiple different aspects of it and then giving you the rating of all of those different things combined. It's not just looking at like, okay, what kind of pitches does he throw? Here's some tiles. Okay, he's got whatever, 3 that really match out of the whatever, 9. You know what I mean? Like that's probably a very simplistic way people look at it. They're like, oh, he's got 3 out of 9 tiles that match. He's got a 3 out of 9 rating. No. That's not how I match zones. 3 out of 9, that would be like, oh, it's not that good. But if you look at any of these individual families, there's multiple matches across all of them. And then when you combine the families by fastball type or by curveball type or by, slider off speed, tells a different story. Everything about my product is more advanced than anything on the market. But I try to make it as easy as possible. Like, you don't need to know that, right? Like, as a user, you don't need to know anything about baseball. You just need to see it says 7.2 out of 10. It's a strong rating. Like, the end user, all you see is like, oh, it's good. But on the back end, I've thought and created everything that's super advanced. So that's my goal. I'll take care of all the hard shit. I'll take care of all the heavy lifting. Y'all just get the easy 2 inches. Like, here's all you have to know. That's what I'm trying to do, is make this as easy as possible for anybody to use, but as advanced as it could possibly be compared to anything else in the market. So it's a fine balance. It's very difficult. That's what like these are all for too. Like these tags, right? Like it's meant to just give you guys a super easy read into stuff, but on the back end, there's a lot that goes into it. Same with the list builder, all that stuff. Pretty much everything. The watch list, the tracking, everything. Robleski, interestingly enough, whoa. Lefties. I guess righties do have more homers, but lefties 6 and 3. That's a pretty high rate. Yeah, 4.69% home run rate to lefties. Now, I don't trust a single Brewer lefty on lefty. Maybe Jake Bauers, but probably not. Realistically not. So in for Moneyline to add to the Parlay Builder? I don't think I'm going to do that. Parlay Builder is going to be for props. Moneyline Parlay Builder, I mean, that's, you just look quickly on the home page and see all the plus EV. There's only like 15 games to go through. The reason I do it for player props is there's 270 batters, right? Like, you're not going to go through 270 clicks and looking at every single guy and seeing the EV. Like, Moneyline's really easy. You just come here and you just look like, okay, Tigers have good plus EV. Okay, Cardinals have plus EV. Or, Cubs are projected to win. Whatever you want to prioritize. If you want to prioritize the projection or the price, you can just look on this page. You don't have to click anything, and you can just get all the teams you like in 2 seconds. But for batters, for hits, runs, RBIs, there's alt lines, there's all this stuff. Like, the Parlay Builder is going to do all that against 270 people. So, you just want a sleeper tab? I don't even know how I would define that. 4-seam slider, 4-seam sinker. Y'all better be ready for NFL, too. The NFL product, man, it's going to blow y'all away, I'm telling you. If you like the MLB, you're going to like the NFL. Yeah, it's El Gary. Although, when's it dropping? At the season. Yeah, there will be. There'll be EV and all that stuff. There'll be everything for it. Same as MLB. It'll be just as good as MLB. Do I go Churio, chat? Do I do it just out of... You need practice? That's the thing, is you can't really practice. I guess... I don't know. We'll see. It's hard because I need to launch it. Like, yeah, I got to remember, like, I'm still running the business here. You know what I mean? I can't just drop the product before the season starts and then there's no hype around it. You know, like, no one's excited because it's already been out. So, like, I need it to be something where, like, everybody's, like, really in anticipation for it. And then, like, when it drops, like, everyone wants to go look at it, play with it, and use it. I don't think a lot of people are like you, Dave. Not many people are going to go in there and, like, poke around and play with it before they can actually use it. They'll only want to do it when, like, lines are open. They can bet on the games, you know. It's a fine line. So, yeah, for fantasy, it'll be cool. I'm curious how it'll work. I mean, I'm trying to build it out perfectly. But for fantasy, yeah, you can import your lineup or, like, just add all your players, and then it'll try to optimize your lineup for you. You can do trade analyzers, too, where you can, like, send trades that you're working on, and it'll tell you, like, if it's a good trade or a bad trade based on your team, too. So, like, that's one of the cool things I've been working on with the trade analyzer is it's like, okay, in theory, like, these players for these players probably is not a good trade, but based on your team with your depth at your running back position, like, you could probably get away with, like, this is actually a good trade for you because it would increase your wide receiver room, which sucks. You know what I mean? Like, it's something like, okay, it'll really contextualize your team, which is nice, rather than just tell you yes or no, this is a good or bad trade. Very cool. Very cool. I'm going to throw Churio on there, man. He's got to do something, right? He has to do something. All right, and then Miz. Four seam and cutter, although, did he throw the cutter at all? Yeah, he's gotten rid of the cutter. They're done with that pitch. He doesn't throw it anymore. Four seam curveball, four seam slider, and curveball and slider aren't getting hit. It's just it's four seams under 100 miles an hour. Specifically, that is what gets hit. It's only four seams. So it's kind of hard to, like, it's really hard to try to mock who's going to hit a homer off Mizorowski, because it's only going to be on a four seam under 100 miles an hour, which only happens like 30% of his four seams. So who's good against a four seam right now? Muncy and Teo, I guess. Like, Muncy is good against a four seam, but you got to pray he gets one that's quote unquote slow. See, I guess maybe Muncy hits him for one, but that's a fine line. I don't really want to balance that line personally. K's for Miz. 8.5, bro. Eight and a half. I want to do that. Yeah. Man, what's Shohei been doing on four seams? Not a whole lot. I mean, he hits it hard. 1 for 4 with a homer against him. You could blind Shohei any day. Manea, Luzardo, Gray, K's ladder. I like it. You could take Ohtani if you want, or Muncy. I'm not going to do either. Eduardo Rodriguez, Grant Holmes. Okay, this should be decent. Rodriguez, though, doesn't give up a lot of home runs, which is unfortunate. I know you guys want to take Lane Thomas today. It's just tough. He's not a big home run guy. Grant Holmes is. Force, my God, slider cutter. Jeez. Those are all getting mashed. Yeah, first quarter is hard, but it's possible. I find first quarter to be extremely hard to model, because it's pretty reliant on the coin toss and who gets the kick. Like, I don't know. It makes it very difficult, because if your team doesn't get the kick, like in the NBA, first quarter is different because, like, the tip happens, but the ball goes back and forth the whole time, so it's fine. But if your team doesn't get the kick, and say they have a long, like, 8-minute drive, 9-minute drive, you're so screwed. It's so hard. There's just so many factors. Makes it super hard. So I don't know that I'm going to have much for first quarter on there. It's just very hard. Very, very hard. Righties are not hitting any homers off Grant Holmes. Slider four seam, I guess, a little bit. Yeah, I like Corbin barrels today. Arenado is actually not bad, though, for a righty. Very hit or miss, though. Ugh, that's ugly. Corbin. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I like Corbin Carroll here. That looks pretty good. All right, let's look at Rodriguez. Once again, very home run stingy, but what's his home runs to righties looking like? 10 homers and 100. Okay, so this tells you all you need to know. 1 out of every 10 innings, he gives up a home run to righties only. It's not a big rate. It's a very small rate. 0.82. Yikes. I guess four-seam changeup cutter. Yeah, Lane Thomas does look nice. I mean, Lane Thomas does look decent. Yeah, Austin Riley, a lot of barrels on the four-seam. A lot of barrels on the four-seam. He has another guy. Just cannot find a launch angle here. Another guy who just cannot find the home run window. 1 ball in the home run window, and it wasn't even a homer. Outside of that, no. Maybe. Close. It's just a line drive. Very hard to hit a home run at 21 degrees. 32 is a little bit high. You really want to be around like 24 to 30-ish. 24 to 30 is really ideal. Not a single ball in that window. That's why he has no home runs in this entire log either. Yeah, he is definitely probably a good doubles play, though. That plays very well for doubles. A log like that plays very well for doubles. So. Sinker four seam. Yeah, I mean, I guess Lane Thomas, huh? 24, 31, 26. Those are all in the window. 25's even in there. A little short on the hard hit, though. Yeah, I guess Lane Thomas, if anybody, plus 600, plus 700 is not bad. Matt Olson, he is good lefty on lefty, but 0-3 versus Rodriguez. Rodriguez doesn't give up homers to lefties, so I guess I would just go Lane Thomas. We look at K's here. Nah, nothing. All right. Dobnak versus Detmers, lefty. Ground ball pitcher for Dobnak, too. 55%. Doesn't make sense. Oh, yeah. No homers allowed. Wow. Yo. Dobnak's kind of sick. Wandy Peralta starting for the Padres. I don't think we took anybody on Cleveland anyway, so. Yeah, I liked Corbin Carroll. Detmers. I mean, four-seam slider to the lefties. The righties, it's slider curveball. That four-seam is, it's a good fly ball on that. I don't want to take it off, though, but yeah, Jack actually does look pretty decent. Jack does look decent today. Don't mind Jack for lefty on lefty. I don't love lefty on lefty, but what's his home run rate? 4.6. It's not bad. 21 at bats. Yeah, I mean, not bad. Launch angle is just a little tough. Little tough for the launch angle here. Couple good ones, but when they're bad, they're bad. It's either straight into the ground or it's in a good angle. So I'll take that. Carter Jensen. Carter Jensen, he's all right. He's all right. I mean, I don't think he has the homers versus lefties, though. Yeah, only 2 on the year. 1.6% home run rate versus lefties versus 4.3 versus righties. I mean, 57.5 at bats per home run versus left-handed batter or pitchers. That's a big number. That's a very big number. Not there volume-wise. And then Dobnak, ground ball pitcher. I mean, I'm going to stay away from these guys. Y'all trust Mike Trout? Go take him. Sweeper, change of four seam. Y'all go take him. Yeah, I'm good. He's just not giving up homers. 0.50 per HR per 9. That's tough. All right, last game of the day, Texas Athletics. Gorgon. Isn't that like a dragon's name? Gorgon. All right. We already have Jock starred. Lefties on sinker, four seam. Pretty easy. Jock. Demogorgon. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, pretty good for Jock. Very good for Jock. Very nice. And then Mackenzie Gore. He's only giving up homers to righties. Four seam changeup curveball. Wow, he's getting smoked. Jonah Heim. I don't mind Jonah Heim. Pete, son of Pete. Yeah, I mean, technically, Pete, son of Pete is in play today. Technically, the Pete, son of Pete is in play today. But it's not one that I love. I think it's one of those things for me where it did its thing for me. I don't want to taint that. I don't want to ruin it. Seager, no. Look at Seager's log right here. It's all right. All right. 108's good. Launch angles are okay. It's all right. Yeah, Seager's okay. Not bad. No. I don't know. I like Jock a lot. I really like Jock. Yeah, he's been making some solid contact. I don't hate Seager. I know a lot of you guys love Seager. Average angle's 2.9, I know, but he's got some good ones in there. But that's because, you take a -40, a -13, a -17, a -7. You know what I mean? You compare those with 26, 21, 10, 30, it comes out to about 2. It evens itself out. Half of them are good, half of them are in the ground. So, yeah, 50% ground ball, 50% air. Evens yourself out to about 2-degree launch angle. So, basically, you have a 50% chance that he's going to put one in the air, 50% he won't. Whereas Jock, average launch angle is a lot better because even his bad ones are still 38. You know what I mean? They're +4, 58. He only has one right in the ground, only one real ground ball here. Like straight up ground ball, I should say. Like 4 degrees, -2, 4. Those are ground balls, but this is like literally straight in the ground. Yeah. And then, yeah, y'all do not, I mean, Lawrence Butler against a lefty. Do we do that? Is that even a thing? 1 homer, 185 average, 554 OPS, 1.1% home run rate, 81 at bats per home run. I don't know, man. I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. If you're taking Lawrence Butler, it's just because he's hitting the ball well against righties. You're taking it. Let's look at his StatCast here. He did hit a home run on a lefty though yesterday. Actually, damn. There's his 81. There's his 1 and 81. So this means one of two things. This either means we have another 81 at bats against a lefty until he does it again, or he switches up that trend, that tendency. Look at him versus lefties. Yeah. In the other one. That's it. That's all he's got on the year. I don't know. Nothing for Jacob. Yeah, it's just Jonah Heim. I don't mind Jonah Heim here. Pretty good log. Lefties, 7.1% home run rate. That's very good. 13 at bats per homer. Pretty good. Yeah, I like Jonah Heim there. All right. Berger has 5 games, 4 homers, and 10 RBIs in Suter Health. Damn. God, he looks terrible, though. Oh for 4 with 2 strikeouts versus Ginn. Yeah. I don't know if that's just he had really 5 good matchups or if he just, I don't know. Yeah. Elliot Ramos, I did not remember talking to. I think I don't even, did I take it? Oh, Jazz was the guy in the Yankees I liked. But I'm going to look at Ramos again. I don't remember even looking at him. Oh, this is why. They got the whole opener shit going on. Don't love that. Yeah. Versus right-handed pitchers, 667 OPS, 7 homers. He's a little bit better versus lefties, but yeah. He's been hitting it well. This is probably what you guys are seeing. He's been hitting it pretty well. Yeah, decent stat log, but I do not like the opener thing. Outside of Jazz, who looked really good against both. All right, here's the full list. Once again, a little bit of a picky list. We're pretty picky today. It was pretty picky today. Was pretty picky. Joshua Baez. Everyone's on Joshua Baez. You don't like Joshua Baez? I don't ever take a guy making a debut for anything. The difference between AAA and the majors is very, very, very big. That's why quadruple A players exist. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of guys who are just studs. Spencer Jones for a long time. Jason Dominguez. There's a lot of guys who can just destroy AAA, AA, all that stuff. And then the second they get called up to the big leagues, they can't do anything. So it's just a big jump. It's just very different. So, yeah, I'll let him show me. I never take anybody's. Lombard on his debut, yeah, like it works out sometimes for sure. Other times it doesn't, but Nelson Cruz was the original quad A, yeah. I mean, some of these guys, though, it just depends on like who they are mentally. Like some of these guys come up and they are just so fired up for their debut and they go crazy. You've seen it before. And there are other guys who come up and the moment's too big. Tyler Black, another guy, beast in AAA. Every time he gets called up, Awful. Veen. Well, Veen at least has MLB experience. Veen played. He played up. He played up. Yeah, Baez. I mean, that'd be cool if he does something for y'all. That'd be cool. You fucked with Tyler Black, bro. Tyler Black, man. Bad. Very, very good AAA player. Like, really good player in all the minors. Every time he's gotten called up, and he's got a good sample size now, just nothing. I'm shocked they didn't trade Tyler Black. Tyler Black had 6 RBI and 2 home run game. Never in the MLB. I don't think he has any major league home runs. I'm pretty sure he has 0. Right? Yeah, he has 0. He has 0 major league home runs. Yeah. And he's played in 2024, 2025, and 2026. 0 home runs. Perfect example of a quad A player. All right. Here's your Daylay. Munetaka, Murakami. I guess Murakami, Jazz, and Happ. I guess. I don't know. I don't really love the Daylay. Not a huge fan of the day games. Night slate looks really good though. Lights be too bright. I mean, it's not. It's just a different game. It's like I would much rather see if these guys are. My job here, and the reason I built this site is every single decision I make is going to be data driven, right? Like some people don't want to be data driven. They just they have the feel, they like a guy, whatever they want to bet on. That's fine. But like I run a data site, so everything I do is going to be data driven. And a guy making his debut, I'm not using AAA data personally. Yeah, I mean, I guess this is it. Murakami, Jazz, and Happ. I don't know. Not really a big fan of the day games. Kind of ass. All right, night games look pretty dang good, though. Night games look pretty dang good. Pretty dang good. Lombard coming back down to earth. I mean, yeah, you can't expect the guy to be. Not everybody's gonna be Ohtani. You know what I mean? Don't like say it today. I'm being picky. The only person I selected from that Cubs team was was Ian Happ. Although PCA is all right. Are you guys really doing the Pete son of Pete again? What the hell? Sorry. Let me change the music. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what's going on there. All right, let's see. You had Butler, Tatis, Murakami, Lyle. Damn. Damn. All right, let's go. Suarez. Conan. I mean, I guess I'll put Conan on there. I guess, sure. Jock, Jonah Heim, O'Neal, Mayo. Got a lot of good options today. Willier, Belo. Ooh, we got a lot of good options. Oh, I got to throw Stevenson on here. Ooh. All right, this is just leg one. This is leg one. Votes live. Are you doing props for college football and basketball this year? I'm working on it. I'm working on it, man. I think so. I'm working on college football right now. But I think so. It'll be interesting to see. I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll see. College is hard. There's just so many teams and players. But I'm trying. I want to play this song again. I want Hope Core. We want Hope Core. We want hopeful vibes. Hope Core for the voting. All right. Suarez, Stevenson, 09. Best read I've ever seen is on this list, so I'm guessing that's where we're going. I'm guessing that's where we're going. Ten and 4, 10 and 4, 12 and 6. Who's son of Pete? Jock Peterson. Peterson. Sorry. That's just what I called the lay last time when it hit the other day. I called it Pete and son of Pete. Because he's Peter's son. Man, all you guys are running. I'm telling you, I'm not running it. I'm not gonna run it. You can. If y'all hit though, and I'm gonna be just devastated. No, I won't. I'll be happy for y'all. I don't care. Do not care. Jock Jonah. Bro, this song's such a banger. I know I already played it, but I'm doing it again. Ooh, we got some options here. Trammell, Carroll, Tatis, Jack. Okay. All right, leg two's up. Ted, I post stuff on the site all the time. If y'all want, look, I do not want to be a capper. I don't believe that you will see results by simply just tailing somebody else's plays for various reasons. One, sports betting is a long-term game. Like, I'm profitable over... I only bet home runs right now, and I'm up 171 units this season on homers. I'll show y'all. Let me show y'all. But let me show you what it looks like to be a profitable home run bettor and why tailing me is probably not going to work for you. Let me just show y'all right now. Let me send it to my computer, and I'll show you exactly why I don't believe in y'all tailing my plays and only tailing my plays. Here. Let me pull up the picket. Let me pull up the picket. I know you tail for the vibes. I just want to get this point across for everybody. In general, I think it's important because I want you to see what the reality is. I want everybody to see what reality looks like. You know what I mean? Okay. This is reality. This is my picket right now on my bets. Look at this record. Y'all see it? 20 wins, 1,000 losses, 31 voids. But that translates to a 77% ROI, up 172 units. But look at the graph. You go down a little bit, you hit a big lay or two. You go down for a while because it takes a while to hit another one. Then you hit another big lay. Then you go down for a little bit, then you hit another big lay. So let's just say you come right here at this midpoint, and this is when you're like, I'm going to tail all of his plays. And then you go here, and then you stop, and you're down like 15 units because you're like, oh, he hasn't hit. This guy sucks. It's a long-term type of game, especially if you're betting volatile stuff like home runs. This graph would look a lot different if I was only doing money lines or hits or strikeouts or any of these other types of props, it's going to look a lot more like kind of up and down, but like trending up slowly, right? But when you're doing plus 10,000 odds plays, which are implied 1% chance to hit, you're going to go a while before you hit again. You're not going to hit them every day. So if you're just going to tail somebody's plays, and this goes not just me, but for any Discord or any sort of pick service, if you're going to tail, you don't know what part of this graph you're jumping in on. Most likely you're jumping in right here because somebody posted a big win, right? Most likely you probably saw someone post a big win on Twitter. You jump in their Discord right here at this top point when they hit their big win. Well, now you're in their Discord for a month, 2 weeks, whatever you sign up for. They don't hit for a while because it's very hard to hit these types of plays. And you leave and you're like, well, that was a waste of money. I just lost a shit ton of money tailing these guys. Well, that's because you just don't understand the graph of how volatility works. Plus, a lot of them probably don't have a picket like this. My guess is 95% of home run bettors are negative. They are. Like, it's realistically. But I'm not. Right here's the data. I have a 77% ROI, 172 unit profit. But there's a lot of volatility in that. You got big downswings. I mean, this point to this point right here, this big stretch, probably was, I don't know, I'd say probably was up like 60 or 70 units here, probably back down to being only up 10. It's probably like a 50 unit stretch. It's bad. But then you hit again, you go back up to 100 units. You know what I mean? Like, this is why it's so important to invest in a tool like rudebets.com and make these plays for yourself. Start your own graph. You know what I mean? You start from your own point, your starting point. Instead of jumping in on somebody else's graph when they're already at their peak and then they're going to go through that inevitable cold streak. Maybe they hit again or something, but that downswing, especially with long shot parlays, is inevitable. Nobody has a graph that just goes straight up with parlays and home run parlays. Nobody. So that's why when I get asked all the time, like, oh, post your plays. Like, let me tell you. Nah, bro, you're jumping in my graph in a random point, and then you might think like, oh, this guy sucks, this guy's product sucks, or any of that stuff. No. It's just you're getting in on the graph. The math is going to tell you it's going to be a long time before I hit again, or like there's going to be some sort of downswing before I hit again. So if you only join for a week, and that's the other thing too. When you do join rudebets.com, I see it a lot. A lot of y'all join for a week. A lot of y'all join for 1 week. And I'm going to be honest, a week's not good enough. You need more time. You need a longer stretch to really be profitable because sports betting is a long-term game. That is a season-long graph that I just showed you. That isn't like a 1 week snap. If I went and just did a 1 week snapshot, it could be way up, it could be way down. You have no idea. It's not enough time. Why do you only do home runs? Because I'm not sports bet here. I don't do this because I'm trying to make a living off of sports betting. You know what I mean? That's just me. I'm personally not trying to do this to like get rich from sports betting. I do it because I have fun. I like sports betting. It's a game to me. It's entertainment. It's fun. I understand the risks of it. I'm never going to be the guy betting $1,000 on a game, $2,000 on a game, or whatever it would require to be a full-time sports bettor. You know what I mean? So I do this for fun. And the most fun I have is betting on home runs. That's what I personally really enjoy. I think it's fun. I like chasing those really big wins. I enjoy looking at the data for it. And that's my favorite part of baseball. I'd much rather chase a big win like that, knowing that I have an edge, knowing that I'm profitable doing it. If my graph didn't look like this, if my shit was straight down, well, one, my product would suck. Obviously, my product would suck. But two, I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't have any chance of winning. But the fact that I've proven over 6 months now that the graph is still going up, I'm going to just keep running what I have fun with. I just want to keep running what I have fun with. So that's why I only do homers. What was the poll's gone, chat? What was the result? Does anybody? Let me see, actually. Okay. Jock and Jotunheim. That's why I do it. I mean, like, I make good money doing it too. Like, I'm up like, I don't know, $6,000 or $7,000, whatever that is. That's like for 6 months of just having fun and entertaining. Like, that's great. But that's not everybody's goal. Some people want to make 50, 60K a year sports betting, 100K a year sports betting. You're probably not going to do that with home runs. because you probably can't afford the downswings. That's the thing. I mean, maybe you can. It's definitely possible, but you have to be able to withstand. The whole thing is you have to be able to withstand the downswings. So if you're betting $50 a play on home run slips and you go 2-3 weeks without hitting one, you're down a good amount of money. It's like that dude on X that hit a 20K and a 3-man, everyone's following him. Yeah. I could tell you with pretty good certainty, I'd be shocked if he's profitable. That slip also cost him $1,000. There's $1,000 to win 20 grand. That's not a good return. That's a 20x. You know what I mean? That's a 20x. He posts past days and shit. Well, he's not going to. It's a home run play. Like, that's the end. That's exactly my point. Is most people are now jumping in on these guys because they hit one big play like that, not knowing that what the graph looks like. It's going to go down for a while, and then he'll hit another one. But $1,000 on a home run slip is crazy. I mean, the fact that the books, can I even get 1,000 down? I'm going to see if they would let me. Knowing that I'm up 172 units on FanDuel, I want to see if they probably would, because home runs inherently are, they want you to bet home runs. They really do. Because 99% of people will lose. Let's see. Yeah, I could put 1,000 down. What's the max they would let me do? 13,000? Wow. Damn. Yeah, they want their money back. But, yeah. 20x is not that impressive a return on a home run play. That, I would never, I would never, ever post a, I would never post a 20x, personally. I chase plus 10,000 at least, around plus 10,000. But that's just me. That's because that's my style of what I'm looking for. I chase the big dogs. Just the risk to reward. I mean, like I said, I'm putting 10. The most I'll ever put on a home run play is $25. That's the most I'll put. No more. So at that point, plus a 20x on $20, would rather do it 100x. Personally. But once again, that's another reason why I don't sell plays, is I have a different style than a lot of you. I run my own personal style. That's what I bet on. I don't know what y'all bet on, but that's what I do. And I'm not changing for anybody until it doesn't work. Okay, I think we got everyone covered here. I don't know, J-Rock. I also have a hard time believing that people, like, putting $1,000 on a home run parlay, knowing that you're going to win one, maybe one a month. That $20,000 win probably cost him well over 20 grand. You run straights. Depends on the sport. In MLB, sometimes. I haven't been doing it too much recently, but I mean, college basketball, I'll do straights. NFL, I'll do straights. Like, I'll bet heavier in different sports. It just depends. Like, NFL money lines or spreads or whatever, yeah, I'll do like a heavier straight for sure. College basketball during March Madness, stuff like that, yeah, definitely. In MLB, like I said, I mean, when you're up 171 units betting home runs, like, what would be the point of me increasing my bet size and going on straights? There really isn't one for me. I have way more fun doing it a different way. Way more fun. That was a terrible vote. Let's try that again. I'm going to try that again. Maybe I was talking too much. We got like 30 votes. We're going to do this again. Lock in, chat. Lock in. That was not indicative of the act. That was terrible. Sorry, I didn't tell you the poll's up. All right, poll's up now. Poll is up now. Let me ask you this. Would you tell someone to not sell their plays if they bet just like you? I wouldn't tell anybody to do or not do anything. I don't believe in governing others' decisions. So no. I don't believe in telling people what they can and can't do. I would never tell anybody not to do something like that. Now, there are a lot of reasons people join Discords. It just depends if you know what you're getting yourself into. Some people join it because they want to be a part of a community and like they like the other people in the chats. I know a lot of you guys in my WAP server. My WAP server's not there for me to post plays and be a capper. Y'all post plays for each other. And like I know some people have like made friendships out of it. You know what I mean? So if you want to join for that perspective, you really like the capper, you really like the community, the other people in it, might be a great option for you. If you go into it expecting to win money, you might not. Once again, it depends when you get in on the graph. It depends when you get in based on that other person's luck and their, like, you know what I mean? Because nobody's graph is going to only be straight up unless they're like insider trading. I don't know. Okay, Carol and Lane Thomas won again. So it just depends what you get in for. Like, it depends when you get in. It depends what your expectations are. I mean, look, before I started this site, I joined some of those servers. You tell your kids what they can and can't do? Okay, that's fair. I joined a couple servers too. I fell into that same trap where I'd see a guy, and this is like beginning of sports gambling Twitter. Like this is like 6 years ago, 7 years ago. You know, I'd see some of these guys posting these slips, and I'd be like, oh, they must know something crazy. Like, I'm going to join that shit. Like, yeah, I'm going to win some money. And you join, and then you realize, like, ah, damn. They're no different than any of us. So that's why I decided to build tools for people to use. That's kind of what sparked it. It was like, you know what? I saw some tools out there, and I was like, this shit is kind of ass. The first tool I ever saw was Outlier. Anybody ever use Outlier? There's a new one I see out there right now for home runs. It's the same concept, but it's just showing you, like, hit rates. And Carol. It's just showing you, like, home run hit rates. I've been seeing this posted all over the place. It'll be like, a lot of people are retweeting it, and I kind of am, like, disappointed. I'm like, damn, like, the people I see reposting it, whatever, I'm just, like, a little disappointed, because I'm like, we're going on hit rates now? Like, it's all about home runs. Like, this guy's hit a home run in 6 of his last 20 games. I'm like, what the hell does that have to do with the pitching matchup tonight? What the hell does that have to do with anything? But then that was the same thing that I saw like years ago with Outlier, where I'd see all the people who were using Outlier and posting about it. It would be like, oh, I like this NBA prop. He's gone over 8 in his last 15 games. I'm like, okay, but tonight he's playing the number 1 defense. And the other guy that was injured for the last 2 weeks is back. What do you mean? So I was like, this tool, I mean, like, yeah, it's got some good stuff in terms of, like, you can see game logs and you can get some trends and ideas, but that doesn't determine if a bet's good or not. That doesn't determine anything. So I created this. And I've been working on it for 3 years now to build it to where it is today. To try to change that narrative from just looking at trends to being able to look at lines, looking at projection models, looking at StatCast logs, looking at game logs, looking at different tags for recent form, like all these different types of things. I don't like this one too, but we just took Corbin. Damn. I like that one. This Zone Master one, though, I feel like I have to run a Zone Master with Brandon Lowe. I gotta take Brandon Lowe on something, just from the zones. I just gotta test it. I gotta feel the waters on that one, but I don't know if I want to do it with this. How good is Star Tool? I don't know. I don't know anything about Star Tool. All I know is somebody sent me it when it first came out. Like a screenshot. They tagged me, hey, this looks just like your thing. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And I like went to the guy who made its page, and he had me blocked. I never heard from him. He just said, oh, I block all my competition. I was like, okay. So it was a little weird, but that's the only experience I've ever had with Star Tool, is that someone tagged me in their shit. I went to the profile of the guy, and it said, you are blocked. And I said, okay, that's weird. So, yeah, the Lotto guy. I don't know. I forgot his name. It's been a while now. It's been months. But that yeah, he had me blocked. What's his name? Lotto something? If anybody knows the name, I'll look it up. See, oh, here it is. Lotto King, right? Is this it? Did he unblock me yet? No. So, but that was months ago. I don't know. I don't know anything else about it. Other than that, I've been blocked. Zone Master was Brandon Lowe. That's what I really want to take from there. This is the highest zone rating, one of the highest zone ratings I've ever seen. So the other two just aren't that good. Let's get rid of the watch list and let's look at just everybody who's got good zones today. Max Muncy and Ben Rice. So Max Muncy and who else? Murakami. It's another day game though. Ian Happ has a decent one. Maybe this could be a little zone play. I really don't want to take Muncy, but I mean, he does have a really good zone rating against... We'll check it out. We'll check it out. Yeah, a lot of people say props are really hard to understand. That's why I tried to give you... Well, that's the thing. Is I actually literally... That's what the hardest part about building this site has been. Is I'm giving you guys more data, more information than even a site like that, but make it feel like it's less. That's the fine line that I've been trying to walk this whole time. Make it feel like it's not as much, but it can be, it's more if you want it to be. So that's the hard part. So how much a month is this? If you use the code on the screen, it's $20. Generally, it's 40. Which, yes, that is more expensive than a lot of the competitors, but there's a lot more features here. There's a lot more going on. I got a very expensive back end, right? I'm tracking all your guys' data on your own profiles. You know, you can see all your trends and stuff, your players. This is all being tracked and stored in databases on top of every pitch, multiple sports. It's got the list builder that's got to run on the database. You got every single odds for every single prop in here. Like, it's a very expensive process. And also, candidly, if y'all are investing in my tool, I want you to be able to afford it. You know, part of it is like, if you can't afford the $40 a month, this may sound harsh, I don't want you gambling. If you can't afford a little over $1 a day for a tool, you know, I mean, a lot of y'all, gym memberships are $150 a month. This is similar. You're investing in your entertainment, you know, and if you can't afford the $40 a month, you really should not be gambling. Like, really shouldn't be gambling. So, you know, you make it cheaper. My moral conscience, if I make it like $10, $15 a month, my moral conscience is like, well, now a lot of people, they can afford $10 a month. If they can afford 15, but they can't afford 40, that's where I'm like, okay, I don't want you using my product because then I don't want you gambling your hard-earned money on that. Like, that's a dangerous line. It's a dangerous place to be. But once again, with the discount code, it is $20 a month. So it is $20 a month. And there's going to be a lot of sports. It's the $40 and that's for everything. So once, like, what, in 2 weeks, we're going to have 4 sports on here. Then NBA comes, we'll have 5. And college basketball, we'll have 6. There's a lot going on in here. What's going on for WNBA tonight? How we cooking? I like WNBA. I think once MLB's... I really... Listen, here's the other thing, too. If MLB does somehow have a stoppage next year, or if there's no season, we are going to be all the way in on WNBA. Do I have NHL? That's the one sport I don't have right now. The one sport I have not built. But oh my God, we're going to be all the way in on WNBA. This product is so nasty. Nobody uses it. I mean, some people do use it, right? A lot of people use it. Yeah, Netflix is $40 a month. Exactly, bro. You guys just sit on the couch on Netflix. Like, this actually... Exactly. Thank you. The only reason $40 a month for this subscription sounds expensive is because there are other products that, in my opinion, are inferior that charge cheaper. And why do they charge cheaper? Good question. So, is it an app or a website? It's a website, but you can turn it into an app on your phone. I use it on my phone as an app. So it's very time consuming to research. Yeah, and that's the point, is I'm trying to make it less time consuming, right? I take 2 hours to do this, right? I take 2 hours to stream it, but if we go back to MLB, you can make plays. Literally the list builder, for example. You want your hello good sirs? You wait 15 seconds. You have the best reads on the slate right there. You know what I mean? Yeah, actually, I'm adding book odds to NBA right now. WNBA right now. That's in the progress right now. That is in progress. I was working on it this morning before the stream. So yes. And then with the book odds will come the parlay builders for points, rebounds, all that stuff, right? So, point being, yeah, you could take a lot of time in a tool like this to research, or you could do it in 2 minutes if you really wanted to. Like on Sundays when I don't stream, I make my plays in maybe 30 minutes. You get a couple guys you like there. You come to the home run zone. You go through the parlay builders. You see what they like there. You go to the player projections. You see who you like here. You look just at the zone master tag. Say you don't want to look at everyone's zones. Literally click one button. Now you have all the guys who have good zones. Like, pretty quick. You don't have to. You use your tracking. You know what tags you like. Okay, cool. Let me go look at some of these tags locked in. Okay, I got a good list of guys who are locked in today. And then from there, you can just go through these guys. You cut your research down from 270 batters to 10 batters in one click. You want to go BVP only? Boom, done. Any of this stuff, right? You want to just see what game's the target for home runs? You go to pitchers, home runs allowed. Okay, now you got your top home run pitchers. Or you can go meatball thrower. You want to know who not to take? Who are the ground ball pitchers? Okay, let me not take any of these guys. You want to look at pitcher strikeouts? Let's just go straight to strikeouts and just look at odds. You know, I make the process so much longer than it has to be, but that's because it's fun to stream and like interact with y'all. You want to see how you did yesterday? Go to tracking. Go to yesterday. Now you can see. How did I do yesterday? Okay, how's that comparing in the last 7 days? How's my hit rate doing? 30% yesterday. Okay, 5%, 12%. Then we had another 25%, 22%. Cool. Who are my best players when I like them? Boom. How about over the last 30 days? Boom. Best 2 days in the last 30, August 7th and August 14th. Right? You want to look at total bases? How I've been doing there? Boom. How about hits, runs, RBIs? Boom. How about hits? Boom. Right? You want to get some plays that you don't want to make? You don't want to make your own plays? You just want to tail some people? Boom. Community. Got a bunch of plays you can tail right here. You don't want to do home runs? You only want to do strikeouts today? Boom. No one put any in there yet. They'll get in there, though. People put them in there. You want to see who's trending across the site? Boom. These are the top guys today that everyone else likes, the other users of the site. So, yeah, you can make this research really fast if you wanted to. So, all right. Yeah, it's going to be crazy for football. It's going to look just like MLB. You're going to feel the same. It's going to feel the same. That's the whole point. All the sports, I want all the sports to feel the same. So if you know how to use this for MLB, you're going to know how to use it for football. Can you do the randomizer? Not gonna lie, I haven't bought the app, just using your streams. I had 10 plus. Some people do that. Now, I wish you would use the site. I wish you would join, but Schwarber, I'm not doing Schwarber. Jonah Heim is the top dude, too. Wow. I kind of like this one. All three of these guys are on the watch list, too. I'm going to put it in there. Okay. Okay. You want to use top due? Only won 5 out of 6 today. Jonah Heim. Drought tracker. Nobody uses this, but it's there. Once again, it's there. If y'all want to see who's got the biggest drought in the MLB, Chandler Simpson, the biggest drought. But let's go based on just Z-score. Ballesteros, wow. Yeah, Valdez definitely in there. Big droughts here. Okay. Once again, I'll show you the community lay, and then I'm getting out of here. Here's the community lay. Suarez, Peterson, Carroll. Suarez, Peterson, Carroll. Suarez, Peterson, Carroll. All right. Good luck today, chat. I will catch y'all later. Peace out. Have a good day. And I'll see you on Monday. Any Ks? Oh, shit. One more time. Who had the K-Lay? Someone said it earlier. What was it? It was Manea. Who had it? Someone said it. It was Sonny Gray, Manea, and Lizardo. Lizardo, Sonny, and Manea. That's what it was. And the long shots version, 6.5, 7.5, 6.5. Yeah. So that was it. All right. Good luck today. I'll catch y'all later.